Today we're covering the IU men's basketball team, and right before us now, Penn State and IU are warming up for their match on Saturday between two very good teams. Indiana is 5-11, Penn State coming in at 13-5. Just some observations of what I'm seeing from my view up in the press area and covering this team. Obviously, our photographer Daniel Rorick and I have been around, and we traveled around and watched this team very closely and talked to some of the players. And what we've heard is, it's a tough time. It's a rebuilding phase. They are battling it out, and maybe some fans might be a little ambivalent to the fact that, this team may not win every game. I know a lot of people preface that they want to win now rather than 4 or 5 years down the line, but this team obviously is battling and doing everything it can. Coach Tom Crean, it appears, is doing a fabulous job with this team in practice, really making sure they stay with it. And we've been to some of the venues like Lucas Oil Stadium in Kentucky, where even though IU lost in those matchups, they've stayed in it, especially at Lucas Oil Stadium against Gonzaga. They did a great job, even though they lost that game by 15 points. And Kentucky, one of the things that really happened in the Kentucky game was that they tend to have a bad starting time, and also they have a kind of lackadaisical finishing the game as well. IU really doesn't get off to a great start, and towards the winding moments or the waning moments of the game, they tend to struggle a little bit. And I know Coach Crean is definitely going to put that on his number one agenda, and it has been this past week in practice. A couple players that have been playing excellent have been Devin Dumas. He's doing an excellent job leading this team. He's one of the top leading scorers from Indiana. But, this team is an experience. There's a lot of these guys, the Lucas Oil game, that was only the 10th game of half of this team's college careers. So you put that into perspective and say, well, this team is not going to win right now, but they will win down the line. And the tough schedule, Penn State, Michigan State, Northwestern upcoming, and Ohio State coming here. It's going to be a long road, but in the end, it might be optimistic. I'm Dave Leno. This is NewsMatters.org. Thanks for tuning in for this update on IU men's basketball.